That's interesting.
So yeah, I found that out, and then I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna take this L.
Right.
Forcing you.
Well, it's not an L if you don't learn. My name is Porsia Camille. I'm an R&B and soul singer. I write my own music. I dance a little. I act.
Of how we spoke and how we knew the love depends on what it means to you.
There you go.
Cool. All right. So first question: what made you decide this was your calling?
I think I feel like I've always kind of known, but even when I was a kid singing, I was just like singing because I love singing, you know. And then I think when I became a junior in high school, I realized I could really make a career out of it. And I thought that it was always the one thing that I really loved doing, so I might as well pursue that, you know.
Oh, nice. So like during high school, you attended like any classes that would help elevate?
Yeah, I was always doing choir. Like I stayed in choir pretty much from like elementary, middle school, and high school. But I was always singing just because it was something I loved doing. It wasn't, you know, I never thought about it like to make money or to make it a career. And then I started meeting other singers that were actually singing. They were opera singers at the time, but I thought, you know, still like that's the way to do it, you know.
I guess with that being said, like, what artists inspired you, or what artists do you look up to?
Like sometimes, you know, you feel inspired by different artists, maybe by like their voice or maybe the way that they write, you know what I'm saying? So like for vocals, Whitney's always number one. I love Sade. I love Sade and her style as well as her lyrics. I really love Prince, you know, like Prince isn't my style of music that I would do, but like I still love him, you know, like I love the musicality, all that stuff. Who else? Oh, Erykah Badu. I love D'Angelo, some Maxwell, a little bit of Jill Scott, some new artists that I like. Mac Ayres. I really like Doja Cat, Tinashe. Who else have I been listening to? Her. That's as far as I can think of. I'm like, what have I been listening to recently?
You got a chance to work with different artists around the area, and it shows, for example, like Noah James and DIY Fest. Again, what was that like?
Yeah, Noah's super chill. Like, I've got nothing but good things to say about Noah. I offered vocals for him, like, if he ever needed it, you know. But we were doing gigs before, like, out in Cat City at Bart Lounge. We had them, like, once a month, and we would pay tribute to an artist. So I think the first night we did was Selena. And then we did Sade, we did a Prince night, right? So that's when I really started working with him. And then he had offered me if I wanted to do DIY Fest, so I said yes. So, yeah, he's awesome. I love his music. I love his girlfriend. She's super sweet.
Yeah, I mean, she's
I love Lisa. I love seeing their workout videos together, you know? The couple that works out together stays together.
Like, you mentioned that one of your producers was from South Africa. Like, how were you able to meet these other producers? Was it just like connecting through? Like,
yeah, I met her through. Her name is S.J. Jones. I met her through the Valley because she works at the Hard Rock Hotel. Like she puts events there. So I met her. I can't remember exactly because it was a couple years ago now. But I've done a couple events with her before. And so I first did an event, or I performed at the Hard Rock because she had asked me. And then from there, she always told me, oh, you know, when I have a beat for you, you know, like we'll work together. So she hit me up and we worked on this beat. And she always has like that African vibe in her songs, which I really like. And it's different because I don't do that for myself, you know. But it was fun. She's super chill. Her studio's really nice. I kind of like when in the studio, when it's dark and there's like bright lights, you know. It just sets the mood. So hers was like this purple, and it was fun. It was like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours or so, and we just were recording, like just going back and forth, you know. It was good. It was a lot of fun.
Of course, I recently purchased your music.
Thank you.
Just your style, I mean, there's no words to describe it.
Thank you.
And just from listening to your stuff, like I feel like a lot of songs that could relate to, especially like with the lyrics. I mean, from past experience.
Of course.
Just like, I mean, one of the songs was like "Meant to Be." That was something that like I really could relate to. How was when it comes to your creative process in terms of songs? Like, what is your writing process? Like, is it from past experience, or is just creating it from scratch?
Yeah, it just depends. Like Pisces Moon was very personal for me, so I pulled all from personal experiences. But like some of my new singles aren't per se like my own experiences. I just want to work on writing as far as like telling a story. So like one of my recent singles, Right For Me, is actually one of my best friend's stories with her ex, you know. So she was telling me the story, and I had wanted to ask her before if I could write about it, and she had told me, oh well, you can write about it if you want to. And then another live, I actually watched this show on Netflix called Altered Carbon. Have you heard of it? Okay, so really quick, the idea is it's like sometime in the future, and our technology is so advanced we can put our consciousness into a stack that is put into the back of our neck. So even if you die, you can be brought back into another sleeve, which is another body. But if like your stack is destroyed, then like it's real death, you don't come back. But in the movie or in the show, there's a lot going on, but there's like a love story. And so in the love story, the guy's girlfriend has a real death. She doesn't ever come back. But I really liked their love story and how it unfolded, so I wrote that song kind of like about their love story, you know. So it depends. Sometimes I'll pull from experiences or someone else's, you know. I just feel like either way, if it's relatable, you know, like I want to sing about it.
Oh, dope. That's real dope to hear.
Thank you.
And then especially going in to write with me, I mean, at the time, you know, I had like over like 5,000 strings, over like 5,000 plays. Yeah. So I know, and it has more now, which is good, because when my producer and I wrote that song, we were just like, let's just put it out. I really wanted to just share new music, you know, because I released Pisces Moon in November, and I was like, all this year I just want to keep releasing music, you know. And so he was like, okay, let's just do it. I didn't expect to have that many plays, or to have as many as I do now too. So I feel like that kind of shows when you're just like in the process, having a good time, making something like great for yourself, like it just kind of, other people dig it, you know. They like feel it and they want to listen to it, whatever. So what I notice, especially when you post on your social media, when it comes to your music, I notice like with music, like you release like a bunch of stuff, like, you know, for example, like just weekly. Was it something that you always planned, or was it like spur of the moment, like, you know what, there's a new song coming out, I'm actually gonna release it on this week? Because, you know, I go by dates, because my Pisces Moon was released on 11/11, so I thought I'll just stick to the date idea. So, you know, I would prepare all the singles and then would get the dates down and would start going with all the dates, you know. Because when it's all said and done, and I'm saying if you're ready to hang it up, what is it that you want people to remember you by? Damn, that's a good question. Are we talking about like for music or just in general? Say for music. For music. Yeah. Okay. I want people to remember me as obviously a good singer, because I'm a singer, you know. Always. So, you know, not a good singer, but a great singer. I want to be known for having, like, just like you said, like, stuff that you can just, like, vibe to, you know. I like that, like, neo-soul. I just like that neo-soul, like, R&B vibe that you can just, like, for me, I can listen to it whenever, you know. I'm rambling. I don't know. No, don't trip. Go for it. So yeah, being a great singer, having great music to vibe to, like having great energy on stage, you know. And even outside of music, like being friendly, you know, being respectful to people. I feel like that's important. And that's all I got. I guess my last question is, what advice can you give an untapped artist? Untapped artist being someone that was in your situation probably like, you know, 10 or 11 years ago. That's always a good question. I say you gotta
you just got to do it. Even if you feel like you're not ready or like you don't have what it takes, you have to. I feel like that's almost like a block for yourself, you know, like you kind of have to do it anyways, especially if you really want it. You'll just, no matter what happens, you'll find a way to make it happen. And even if you feel like it's not, like your music isn't good, or you know, like not enough people like it, like you just have to remember like the dopeness of yourself to keep yourself striving, you know. And I feel like being an artist is also very competitive, and it can be like it's easy to compare yourself to other artists, you know.
Right.
But with that in mind, it's like you have to be like your best cheerleader, you know what I'm saying? Like you really have to believe in yourself for you to even get anywhere, because if you're downing yourself the whole time, like I just don't feel like that's gonna help you. You know, you gotta stay up. You gotta keep going, even if you feel like it's not good. I feel like you just have to keep going no matter what. You know.
Right.
Keep networking, meeting more people, making connections, making music. You know. Yeah. See if I said it. Keep going.
Cool. I guess with that being said, I mean, we definitely appreciate you coming this way.
Yes. Thank you for having me. So I have a website, www.porsiacamille.com. I'm on pretty much all of my social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. What else we got?
So you got Instagram, SoundCloud?
SoundCloud. And like all major platforms, you can find me under Porsia Camille.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to hit...
How I try and make things alright, but you make it so hard to breathe. Suffocating, all my wants, all my needs. You're not the man you claim to be. Although you show and bet you're so damn good, the way you love is not the same. Like to put me down, throwing dirt on my name. All my girls say I need to leave, but it feels my heart can't be. I wanna love the bad boy, shame on me. Leaving you ain't my number one choice, it's the truth. But I know I have to do what's right for me. Leaving you ain't my number one choice, it's the truth. But I know I have to do what's right for me.